When you were at Arsenal and things weren't going well on the pitch, were there characters to really pick you up, to make sure you're still on your toes, to keep you on the edge? There must have been.
Oh, I had it in abundance.
Talk
was oozing
me
out
through
the
it.
club.
Well, like what?
Yeah, but you mentioned the word pick you up. I mean, it would pick you up, but it wouldn't be in a pick you up nice way a lot of the time. It would be in maybe a stern way, or somebody might turn around and dig you out, or give you a real livener of wake up.
Who were these characters during your time?
Every one of them. Nearly every one of them. The whole of the back four, for sure. People like Patrick Vieira, Tony Adams, Martin Keown, Lee Dixon.
Yeah.
You name them.
Did you see any of that today? Watching the body language of the players, maybe even the manager at the side, that would be giving that same sort of oomph and character that you had as a player versus now?
I mean, I don't want to sound like a dinosaur, but I don't. It's very hard to make the comparison. It's a different generation, different schooling in the game.
But do you see Van Dijk being vocal for Liverpool?
I do. I mean, why I like Torreira is because he came on the pitch and he's got some character. I saw him tell. He's a young player. He looked at David Luiz and went, "No, get up the pitch." Like he started. They're the type of subtle things that are important because it shows you that he's trying to take responsibility and manage the game. And I think you don't have to rant and rave at people to do that. You just have to be assertive and confident in yourself.
Yeah, I saw it as well after I think the first goal. I was looking at the reaction of the Arsenal players, and they were sort of, Ozil was there with his hands on his hips, and a couple of them were like, it had an air of here we go again to it. It really did. And I looked at the body language and thinking, Watford are going to get another one here because Arsenal just don't look interested. The only person was Torreira, who was shouting at everyone and trying and geeing them up, saying, "Come on, we've still got to play a game here."
Why does he not start?
I don't know. Did we have the conversation at the start?
Off camera, we did.
Off camera, we had the conversation. Definitely remember having the conversation. I have no idea. He didn't start in the North London derby. That game's tailor-made for him, for me, for that type of player. And I think with what Arsenal have, there were times where I felt like, especially once the substitutions have been made, it felt like it took off the whole midfield.
Yeah, it did,
And the time that Watford had in and around the box, okay, they weren't penetrating the box, but they were knocking it round and getting shots off from 20, 22 yards from dangerous areas, and there was no pressure on the ball. It was a very strange passage for Arsenal. Because you know what it's like once you come on as a sub, it takes a bit of time to adjust the position and get your feet.
Absolutely,
doesn't it? So they had all that going on as well.
Yeah, it did. And I think if you contrast that to the performance of Capoue and Doucouré today, the final whistle went, those two collapsed in the halfway line. Absolutely collapsed, dead on their feet. That is what it takes to play in this Premier League. It's great to have the passing and all the nice movements and the flicks and the tricks. Those two drove that team today and got that result.
But we also spoke about that box four, them two in front of the two centre-backs. They did not move all game.
Yeah.
You knew exactly where they were going to be all game. And Doucouré, the one thing he has on Capoue, he's got that little bit of ability to drive with the ball, and he's got that little bit more desire. That move at the end where he should have scored really would have been goal of the weekend for me by a mile.
Phenomenal.
Based on everything you just said, would any of this have been a surprise to Arsenal? Is there any way they might not have prepared for it? The system, the players, the engine in the middle, running right till the end.
It's funny because you kind of think, just what we were saying about new managers, new manager coming in, the first thing that you say as the Arsenal manager is, lads, new manager today, you know what you're going to get. These guys are going to be up and they're going to be at it. As it happens, they weren't. But Arsenal didn't look prepared for that at all. It just
don't you find that weird? Don't you find that odd? That they weren't prepared?
The one thing in any, doesn't have to be the Premier League, the one thing in any game of football, generally speaking, is that if you don't match the endeavour of the other team, there's a very good chance you'll get beat.
Well, that's why I'm asking about the surprise element, because even I could have pointed out that they're going to be up for it, because also it's Arsenal. This game's going to be on television. And based on how we've seen Watford play previously, you can probably guess how they're going to be here today.
It's something that you can use as a manager. You use it as a tool. You use it in your week's preparation. You use it in your team talk 5 minutes before you walk out onto the pitch. This is what we're going to expect. This is what's going to happen. This is what's coming at you. It's almost like you've got to prepare that you're going to war in the dressing room. It's like your mentality is right. We've got to lay it out there. So at the end, we're crawling off the pitch because we've left everything out there. They're the type of messages and mentality you want to instill in the group. And I think at times, it's not all the time, but at times you don't quite see that in the Arsenal players' body language. They've got a certain characteristic and type at the moment that you don't see that all the time.